Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about the difference between having 300 high ticket items in your eBay store versus having 3,000 like average of $50 items in your store. And what would be better for your business and which one would eBay like better? So stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. And again, let's compare having 300 high ticket items. Let's say those items are up for like $500 a piece, okay? Versus having 3,000 items, let's say like an average of $50 each. Which one is best for your business? Or which one do you think that eBay would give you more respect or more sales per se, right? I've been back and forth about this with other people and with myself and my own brain. Which one would be better? I mean, they both have pros and they both have cons, right? Because I'm trying to figure out essentially how to build the business, or which way should I go? Should I lower and just get more very good quality expensive items, but just it would be much less in my store? I could bump everything down, maybe to half, down to like 600, and just focus on the more expensive stuff. Or should I go the other route and just shoot it, just grow it up, and bump it up from 1,200 to 3,000, right? A lot more work going that way, but ultimately, which one would be better, right? That's the big question. Let's start off with the 300 items, say, that are up for $500 a piece. If you bought them at a low cost and you're making really good profit off them, say a few $100s, that would be great, because every time you got a sale, you would make a few $100s in profit. The other way of looking at it is that it would be less work, right? It goes back to the old saying of, work smarter, not harder. If you have very valuable items and you only have to put up a listing or two a day, but these things are selling, say, every day, because you have 300 of them at this point, then you'd be making a lot of money with very little work, which would be amazing. But I'm not so sure that that's the way that eBay prefers things. It almost comes down to the same concept of if you're starting off eBay, and if you go to the thrift shop and you buy, say, 50 items, and then you come home and then say the next day you put up all 50 items some way, somehow, right? In one day, eBay doesn't like that. The algorithm doesn't like that. What they rather you do is, say put up a few in the morning, put a few up in the afternoon, put a few up in the evening, space them out, maybe put up 10 a day or 8 a day, and just keep it active, right? Just do that every day versus putting up the whole bulk. And I kind of feel it's kind of like the same concept of having a smaller store, but with more expensive items. It just may not go off well. I don't know, but maybe it would, because the other way of looking at it is that eBay may look at like it's more money per item for them, right? So if you're selling an item worth $500, I mean, you could just imagine what the fees on that would be, and they would make a lot of money, right? In a short amount of time, just like you would. Now let's look at the other way, right? So let's say if you have 3,000 items in your store and your average item's worth like $50. Well, there's two ways looking at that as well, right? So if you have 3,000 items, eBay's going to love that, because you have a large store. You're going to be paying more for store fees if you have an eBay store. Some people prefer not to use the store at all. But even with that, eBay is going to make their money off of the listing fees, right? Without, which are higher without the store, of course. And you're going to have a lot more activity, right? And you're going to give the customers a lot more to choose from because you're going to have 3,000 items versus 300. Not to mention that, especially in today's world, right, where people may not have a lot of money, can't afford to buy like a $500 item. So that's going to already limit your audience, right? So you're more likely, to sell more and at a lower price point. I think that would make sense. But then on the other side of things, again, we go back to, it's making the fast dollar. It's, if you could sell something for higher value and just work less, I'm telling you, it's probably the way to go. But honestly, I don't know which way eBay prefers it. We all don't know how eBay prefers it. No one truly understands how the algorithms work, right? So, there's so many people that can make videos about it. I can sit here and make videos about it. I've heard all the videos about it, on YouTube, but no one really truly knows what the eBay algorithm is looking for exactly, right? So that lays the question. What I'm talking about right now is, what do you all think? Do you think that it's better to have a store of 300 items, a much smaller store, or not even have a store, just even having 300 items, at high value? Is that better than having a lot more items at a much lower price? Now, if you're going to put me on the spot, if I have to decide which one do I think that is better, I personally think that having 3,000 items in the store is much better than having a smaller store at a high ticket items. But I'm not sure. That's just my opinion. But that's also based on nothing, right? Because, the other thing about the algorithm I just want to say is that I really wish that eBay would just flat out just tell us. Just tell us what you want us to do, right? Just tell us that this is the way it's going to be. I will say this, that I'm not a huge fan of Amazon, excuse me. I don't like Amazon because I don't like the way that they do business. I just don't like the percentages. I just don't like all that, right? But the one good thing about Amazon is that they tell you how can you succeed on the platform. It's not easy. They flat out tell you that you have to work at it every day. You have to advertise. You got to promote. You got to do all these things, right? And if you don't, you're not going to move up the rating scale or in the searches, So when someone searches for your item, yours is not going to come up if you don't put the work in. Now, I understand that eBay probably works the same way. If you don't, I think we all seen it. If you take a day off or 2 days off, and you don't list anything, somewhere down the line, you're going to have that slow day. And that's going to be because you took those couple days off. I think we all know that by now, right? So if you're not consistent every single day, then you're not going to get sales consistently every single day. It almost comes down to whatever you put into it is what you get out of it, right? If you work really hard and you list every day and you're on it, then eBay is going to pay it back to you by giving you sales. But that's why I think when it all boils down to it, that I think that having more items in your store at any value, just the fact that you have a lot more items in your store, the more items you have, I think the more eBay is going to give you sales particularly per day, and in the long run, you should make more money in theory. But again, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, I can't, unfortunately, answer that question in this video. I can probably never answer this question ever, because eBay is never going to come out and tell us exactly how the algorithms work and what we exactly have to do to get more sales, than other people. Other than the fact of the obvious, having, the right inventory, that people want and all that stuff. I mean, all that's a given versus people that may put a lot more junk in their store where people are just not interested in it, right? I think that also has a big thing with it too. I mean, if you have 300 items of a really hot item, I mean, like really hot, and people are willing to pay up for that kind of money for it, then I guess that would be ideally like great, versus maybe someone that has $3,000, 3,000 items of basically junk, right? You can't just put up anything, and expect it to kind of flip right away. I mean, it will probably eventually sell, but it's going to take some time. I mean, to sell the junk, because it's not going to be so desirable, right? So, I mean, I don't know, but it's just, I wish there was more of just a clear answer to which one would be better. What is better for you? Would you rather have a small store and sell higher ticket items, or would you rather have a larger store and do a whole lot more work, but you get more sales? I mean, which one do you prefer? If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you subscribe, it would be much appreciated. Please tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I really want to hear what you all think and what's your opinion on which one would you rather go with, or which one do you think would be better overall as an eBay business. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.